JetBlue and MasterCard are doing a great thing where you book your travel on JetBlue's site at www.jetblue.com/jets and use your MasterCard for travel in December. And we go on, we win the Super Bowl, and you get the opportunity to have your tickets refunded. So you're traveling for the holidays anyways. You might as well book it through JetBlue and MasterCard.
But they don't get a party with you out of the deal if you guys win, right?
No, we haven't come up with that one yet. But,
You're not cooking them steaks.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of parties.
Not Southwestern food or steaks or anything. Trip to Chipotle.
No, the trip to Chipotle would be nice. I wouldn't argue with that.
Okay, because I had heard that they put a Chipotle in Hempstead just for you. And the offensive line, and then you moved.
I know. It was great. It was right across the street from Hofstra.
I know.
It was awesome.
I live right there. I know. I'm aware.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to the meat of the biscuit anyway. Obviously, you're coming off a bye week. Best rec in the NFL right now. This is what Coach talked about at the very beginning. What he wanted for you guys, just win the most games. Obviously, you guys are comfortable with where you are right now, but there's no letdown.
No, you don't have time to let down. You have such a great start at 5-1, and you want to build off that. You don't want to say, hey, you had such a great, and then you fell apart. And, so our guys are focused and excited about the opportunity.
I think the biggest thing for Jet fans is really just the impact Rex Ryan has had with the organization and the way the team is perceived, and maybe the way you guys perceive yourselves. So I think people might want to know, like, if you were to put Rex in essence, what does he bring to the team?
Rex is fantastic. He wears his emotions on his sleeves. He'll tell you good, bad, or indifferent. He'll let you know. He doesn't hold anything back, and I think it's great. He has great confidence in everything that he does, and then great confidence in his players. And our guys, love to have a coach like that.
In the Rex Ryan era, 2 years, we've seen a deep run in the playoffs on the road. We've seen you guys go through the HBO and go through that kind of stuff, early season adversity. I think the team is held great in these AFC East games. You took a trap game and blew a team out, right? And then you go to Denver and have a game-winning drive trailing on. The team's building a big resume of stuff in a short period of time. Is there a feeling in the locker room that, hey, every time we're getting this challenge in front of us, we're getting through the challenge?
I think it's more of just an understanding that the work that we're putting in is paying off, and I think guys see that, week in, week out, and when something doesn't go right, we understand that, hey, let's look at it, and here's where we, kind of fell down a little bit, and you can see, it's visible that if you do the right things, good things are going to happen.
There's another question, too. In watching the game last night, it kind of brought my mind to the forefront and seeing what happened to Tony Romo. And I know there was some talk early in the year about communication and line calls and maybe you policing that a little bit. How does the communication work for you guys? Because these defenses are so tricky. These guys are stunting. They're coming in from everywhere. And I think everyone's starting to do this walking blitz that's going on. How do you pick up what you're doing with your guys?
It's difficult, and you got to have a good rapport with everybody on the line, because a lot of times you don't have time to get a call out. You just got to go off a feeling, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of study, and it's nice having Rex's defense, because you go against some of the craziest stuff in the league.
Are you yourself before the snap giving directions to your line mates?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of my many hats. We do a pretty good job of letting the center do all kinds of stuff. So I've been fortunate to have that, and it's been it's fun, because you get to look at everything and try to figure out where guys are coming from.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a big credit to you too, with the situation of the summer, being the glue of the line to make sure that cohesiveness was going to happen, especially with Allen departing. Could you talk about how Slauson's been developing?
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. He's coming along, and I think one of the biggest things we looked from him was not to make the same mistake twice. And he's done a great job of doing that. And he's improving every week. And I think as more experience and more time comes, he'll just keep getting better and better for us.
And the thoughts too of the Denver game, I feel like that was a huge game in that you're on the road and you're down, and I don't feel like the offense was clicking. Sanchez was struggling that day, but to be able to put 58 minutes aside and take those 2 minutes and go down the field on the road, is a big deal. I think that's a championship kind of thing right there.
Yeah,
What was the mood of the huddle going into that drive?
I don't think there was ever a fear that we weren't going to be able to pull off a win, and I think our guys, kept fighting. Understand that we were struggling a little bit, but never really gave up and kept working. And Mark made plays for us at the end, and that's what we needed. And it was a good team win there.
Where do you see his improvement the most from when he first came into camp? Both from a leadership style in the huddle and in the passing game.
I think it's just knowing the offense more and more. Having that time to really learn and get in things and really be able to fully understand the offense and really believe what he was saying. And I think that's been a big help for him.
Obviously, we know Mark is a practical joker. Classic when you guys filled up his SUV with packing peanuts. Okay, you guys have anything else planned? Like when he gets a little out of control, how are you going to rein him in?
Nah, you usually let things just happen as they come. You don't want to plan ahead because then.
All right. May I suggest organic peanut butter in the sneakers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that works.
That works.
Yeah.
Well, we might have to try that out.
But yeah, but on a serious note, transition from playing at Ohio State for Coach Dressel to coming into the NFL, very much a heavy offensive line stress. At Ohio State, you come here, you come at the same time as D-Brick, and you integrate into you're now a veteran unit. When a new guy comes in like Vod, who has a lot of potential but is still very raw, what do you guys do aside from electing him the ugliest player in training camp?
Yeah, you just try to help him out the best you can, and you kind of. You stick to less things that the coaches don't deal with, and you try to let the coaches coach, and then you try to help out where you can. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, and I think Vlad's coming along, and you keep working with him. Every day you try to elaborate a little bit on some of the coaching that's given to him.
How are you guys getting along with Coach Callahan? Both excellent college head coach and a pro head coach before he came to the Jets.
Oh, Callie's awesome. I love him. He's a big reason for any of my success and any of our success. So, he gets a ton of credit, and as he should.
And how does he deal with in-game adjustments? Say a defense is starting to get some penetration. Is he one of those guys that's quick to dial up something or recognize where?
Oh yeah, he's great at being able to see things, see what might work, what isn't working, and change it around. And that's been a big help for us in different games.